Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a complex and significant legal case that's currently unfolding in Ireland, raising serious questions about the integrity of the justice system. A retired Garda superintendent and 4 other Garda are on trial, facing accusations of perverting the course of justice. This isn't just a simple case. It's a story that involves alleged interference in road traffic prosecutions. And it's all happening right now at the Dublin Circuit Criminal Court. So, what's at the heart of this trial? The 5 individuals: former Superintendent Eamon O'Neill, Sergeant Anne-Marie Hassett, Sergeant Michelle Leahy, Garda Colm Geary, and Garda Tom McGlinchey have all pleaded not guilty to a combined total of 39 charges. These charges allege that between October 2016 and September 2019, they engaged in conduct intended to pervert the course of justice. This investigation was carried out by the National Bureau of Criminal Investigation, a specialist unit which highlights the seriousness of the allegations. The core of the prosecution's case seems to revolve around a series of road traffic offenses in Limerick. We're talking about common violations like speeding, using a mobile phone while driving, not wearing a seatbelt, and even driving without insurance. These are the kinds of offenses that most motorists are familiar with, and the legal process for them is supposed to be straightforward. However, the trial is examining what happened after the initial stop. Recently, the jury was shown something quite compelling: copies of 20 court summonses from district courts in Limerick. What made these summonses significant? They had all been either struck out or withdrawn. To understand what this means, the court heard from Saib N. O'Connor, the head of the Limerick court office. She acted as a guide for the jury, explaining the legal shorthand written by judges on these documents. She clarified that SO meant the summons was struck out. ST indicated that the application to strike it out was made by a prosecuting sergeant who represents the state in these matters. And WD was simply shorthand for withdrawn. Seeing these marked up documents gives a tangible feel to the allegations. The jury isn't just hearing about abstract legal concepts. They are seeing the physical evidence of cases that were halted before reaching a conclusion. But as with any trial, there are 2 sides to the story. During cross-examination, the defense brought up some crucial points. Defense barrister Felix McEnroy, representing one of the accused, questioned Miss O'Connor to provide context. He emphasized that district court judges have a wide range of powers. They can strike out summonses, withdraw them, or dismiss cases for various reasons. Mr. McEnroy made a powerful statement: there is only one decision-maker in the district court, and that is the judge. Miss O'Connor agreed with this fundamental principle. This exchange is vital because it shifts the focus. The defense seems to be arguing that the final decision always rests with the judge, and these outcomes, the striking out or withdrawal of charges, are not necessarily suspicious in and of themselves. To reinforce this, the defense raised a very common and relatable scenario. Imagine you're stopped by a Garda and you don't have your driving license on you. You're told to produce it at a Garda station within a certain time frame. If you do that, the potential charge is often dropped. Miss O'Connor was asked about this exact situation, and she agreed that it's not unusual for a summons to be struck out under such circumstances. This suggests that there can be legitimate, everyday reasons for traffic cases not to proceed to a full conviction. The defense is essentially building a case that what might look suspicious on the surface could have perfectly ordinary explanations. Another interesting point from the cross-examination was when the witness, Miss O'Connor, was asked if she was aware of any of the judges being contacted about these cases after they had made their decisions. Her answer was a simple no, I'm not aware. This could be interpreted in a couple of ways. On one hand, it might suggest that no improper influence was exerted after the fact. On the other hand, the prosecution's argument is likely focused on influence that occurred before the judge made the decision. So, what we have is a classic courtroom drama unfolding. The prosecution is presenting a pattern of cancelled summonses, implying a coordinated effort by the accused Garda to interfere with the legal process for certain individuals. They are trying to connect the dots and show that these weren't just random, legitimate dismissals but were the result of a deliberate scheme to pervert the course of justice. Conversely, the defense is working to dismantle that narrative. They are highlighting the discretionary power of judges and pointing out the many legitimate reasons why a traffic case might be struck out. Their strategy is to create reasonable doubt by showing that the outcomes observed could have occurred through normal, lawful court procedures without any improper influence from the accused. This trial is still in its early stages, and we've only seen a fraction of the evidence that will be presented. The testimony from court officials like Miss O'Connor is crucial for laying the groundwork, helping the jury understand the administrative processes that are at the center of the case. As the trial progresses, we can expect to hear more detailed evidence from the National Bureau of Criminal Investigation about how they uncovered this alleged scheme. We will likely hear testimony from other Garda and potentially from the individuals whose traffic summonses were cancelled. The key question the jury will ultimately have to decide is this: was there a deliberate and illegal effort by these Garda to get their friends, family, or contacts off the hook for traffic violations? Or were these cases handled within the acceptable, albeit complex and sometimes discretionary, boundaries of the Irish justice system? This case has broader implications for public trust in the Garda and the courts. The principle that everyone is equal before the law is a cornerstone of our democracy. Allegations that this principle was violated, especially by law enforcement officers themselves, are taken very seriously. The outcome of this trial will be watched closely by the public and within legal and policing circles. It's a fascinating and complex case, and we will continue to follow the developments closely. It's a real-time look into the mechanics of the justice system and the challenges of proving intent in a court of law. What do you think about the evidence presented so far? Does the defense's argument about judicial discretion hold water, or does the pattern of struck-out summonses seem suspicious to you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown helpful, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth legal analysis. We'll be back with more updates as this story develops. See you next time.